Hey Brick Bloggeteers, Will here, and today we're looking at a LEGO Idea set 21338, the A-frame cabin. Now, when this came out, I was going to get it because it looked really cool architectural wise. However, I did not have the budget for it, and since I'm not a very outdoorsy person, I decided to pass on it. So when it came time to ask for review copies, I put it on my list, hoping, who knows, we'll see. Fortunately, I got it. So let's take a look. So for minifigures, you get 4, 2 males, 2 females, and they're all set up to do their various outdoorsy activities. You can definitely see like the back of one has the big pack for going hiking or camping out in the wilderness, with a little satchel for this minifigure. Generally, nice minifigures, look outdoorsy, nothing too special about them. I do believe most of them, if not all of them, have a dual-sided face. But they're not the real star of the show. The star of the show is the actual cabin. And boy, does it look good. So there is a ton of detail in this set, right from the face of the cabin itself. Is make sure that all the wood is even textured at different levels, and sometimes it's only off by half a plate. You got trees on the outside, a whole bunch of little critters spread throughout. I think there's a frog underneath the front steps, there's a beaver in back, there's a couple of birds around, another frog somewhere. It's just packed with little little critters, including a spider up in the very top of the cabin. Now, the one thing that blows me away, aside from, just how good this all looks from pretty much any angle you turn it, is that it's a fantastic display piece, but they give a ton of ways to actually make it playable. And by that, I mean accessible. So for example, like this tree thing, well, you just pull it off and you can move it aside. Same with this other couple of trees in the back. Just pull them off, pull it aside. They're not actually pinned in like so many other modulars would. They just have these axle connectors to help guide it into place. I do like the back that they even included a restroom type concept with some toilet paper out here and a shovel, so go dig your hole, as well as a little water filtration system. Great detailing underneath the porch with the Mjolnir hammers from Thor. You turn sideways to act as brickwork. But if you want to get into the cabin itself, the roof just pulls out like panels, both sides. And then you get a chance to see the interior. So this side has a little writing area, a kitchenette on the bottom floor, bed on the top. And if you turn it around, we have a place for listening to music, checking out rocks, a nice place to sit, a little stove in the back to keep warm. And if you still can't really reach in, you can actually take this and remove that to have even more access inside the building. Another thing I really appreciate is the fact that out of this entire set, there's only one element that only a couple of elements that I would consider loose. So on the ground floor inside, there is an umbrella stand that has just umbrella sticking into it. And on the rock exploration side, there's just a loose magnifier. And on the front, there is actually a little cooking stove that's supposed to have an egg. I just put the egg on the seat so it doesn't fall out when I move it like I just did. But otherwise, everything has a stud and a place to kind of lock it all together, so that it can actually be moved around fairly easily, even if you're wanting to put it in multiple different locations. And having those trees just like slot into place makes it very simple to not ruin your model just from it having these connections that are out on the edges. It goes like that. And you can see how simple it is to put it all back together. So again, this is 21338. The LEGO Ideas A-frame cabin. I believe it goes for about $170. They recently made some changes to prices, so I think it's about $170. Fantastic set to build. Tons and tons of play potential. Definitely recommend picking it up.